Recently, a huge amount of information dropped on the Dinosaur Protection Group's website, and every single piece of it is incredibly important stuff that builds upon the film series' overall lore in huge ways. Now, all of this new stuff is extremely interesting, but the first thing I found that I thought a lot of people would take a serious interest in was the amount of new official information on Jurassic Park 3's Spinosaurus. Now, it should be common knowledge for most of us that that animal was an anomaly, and something that was never intended to be exhibited within the park itself. While our information on this dinosaur has always been somewhat mysterious, I think many of you will take an interest in this new material that has been posted to the website. Within the site itself, we were recently given a report on all of the illegal activities surrounding Site B that many people were a part of for some time. And some of this illegal activity happened to be the cloning of new dinosaur species for the upcoming Jurassic World. Now, I'll go into the exact details surrounding the Gene Guard Act and its violated laws in future videos, but for now, I want to focus on the creation of a few animals that were notably not on InGen's list. You see, the Gene Guard Act was actually something put into place that would not only make Sorna a biological preserve, but it would also outlaw the creation of any new species of dinosaurs through genetic engineering, after a certain T-Rex chose to rampage through Santiago in 1997. John Hammond would unfortunately die shortly after this incident, and his company InGen would find itself a new owner in Simon Masrani. Whether or not Masrani had any knowledge of the illegal activity that broke the laws surrounding the Gene Guard Act is currently unknown, but what is known is what these lawbreakers ended up doing in this time frame. Only 100 days after InGen was bought by Masrani Global, new dinosaur species were cloned on Isla Sorna and experimented on for over a period of 9 months. Incubation was achieved quickly and covertly in order to evade attention, with only a select few members of the board having any knowledge of this even going on. The research and growth of these new dinosaurs is quoted as being filed under early R&D for Jurassic Park's second iteration, as well as something called the amalgam testing. 4 new species of dinosaurs were created in this time, and they consist of the following: Ceratosaurus, Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and yes, Spinosaurus. All of these creatures were abandoned on Site B until what surviving animals were able to be rounded up and reportedly shipped to Nublar in order for them to become new attractions for Jurassic World. What's even more disturbing about this news is that it was heavily covered up for many years before the 2015 incident that destroyed Jurassic World eventually came to pass. In fact, Dr. Alan Grant and some of the other survivors of a 2001 plane crash actually tried to report sightings of these illegal animals after they escaped the island, but the information that they tried to tell others about ended up being quickly buried by bribed officials. Now, the Spinosaurus in JP3 is, as far as we know, the only member of its particular species, meaning that if it wasn't shipped to Nublar during the events of the dinosaur roundup that they used to restock the island, then it's more than likely dead. Before, we had cryptic information on where the Spinosaurus came from, giving us clues regarding a gene splicing test in the effort to replicate dinosaur feathers, but now we know quite a bit more. The Spinosaurus turns out to not only be an abandoned effort, but also an illegal creation that happened to be experimented on for 9 months after its birth. What interests me the most about this news is that the Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Ceratosaurus ended up getting the same treatment after being illegally recreated. In 2001, Alan Grant and Billy gave us the hint that InGen may have been up to something that wasn't being reported to the general public. And now in 2018, we have a lot more information on what exactly this genetics company was getting into. And it's something that I'm sure Mr. Hammond would be most displeased with. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, as there is a ton of other new information that I found on the website to be equally interesting. This is an incredibly awesome amount of work that's being pumped into the Jurassic Park lore, and I am loving every ounce of it. Make sure you guys stick around for new information surrounding InGen and its shady history, because trust me, they've been up to some crazy shit over the last few decades, man. With all of that being said, I want to know what you guys think about this new information on the Spinosaurus, or even the other dinosaurs that were illegally bred. Do you think that the Spinosaurus may be recognized as somewhat of a sympathetic creature now that we know what humans did to it during its infancy? And what's your overall general feelings about such a revelation? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Really interested in what you all have to say. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank my park workers and engine hunters as well. Martin Wonders, it's awesome that you've chosen to support the channel this way, man, and I appreciate all of what all of you guys do in order to build this up and make it bigger and better every day. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.